In order to be different, you have to think different. But in order to think different, you have to be different. What that means is action always comes first. You have to act before you can get the mindset. Your mindset comes from your actions. It comes from what do you do differently than other people do. Your actions are a direct correlation to your thoughts, and you will realize that pretty soon after you start to change. Your first realization will actually feel like resistance. It'll be, your mind will be telling you, I don't like this feels unnatural. And most times you'll want to quit and you'll want to fall back into old habits, or hold on, people don't know how to drive around here. Action always comes first, because if you act based off of your thoughts, nothing is ever going to change. You actually have to defy what feels right. And once you've been doing it long enough, you'll finally wake up and you'll free yourself. And by free yourself, I mean free your mind. And it'll open up your world to so many more possibilities. You have to be the one. You have to wake up in the morning, go on that run, lift your weights, read your Bible, pray. Get up before the sun does. Even though your mind is going to be telling you, man, this bed feels so comfortable, or I didn't get enough sleep last night. I need to sleep in the extra 45 minutes. Now, think to yourself, if you do that every day, or even if you do that once a week, let's say 4 days a week, you don't listen to the excuses and you get up and do it. But let's say 2 or 3 of those days you fall to it, you crumble under your own pressure, you listen to the excuses, you sleep in that extra 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Think about how that adds up over time. At the end of your life, all that time you wasted sleeping in those extra 30 minutes, you didn't need that. You did not need to sleep in. You needed to get up and do something and start your day, because slowly but surely that is sculpting your mind. Your actions, you being different, is sculpting your mind into thinking different. And once your mindset is different, once you start thinking different, you're unstoppable. There's nothing that's going to be in your way. If you want something, you're going to get it, because your mind is there. So that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's where the analogy comes in. In order to be different, you have to think different. But in order to think different, you have to be different first. Because so many people, they're living life. They're an average person, going to work, coming home, getting on the game, going to bed. And everybody has that desire. Everybody wants to be free. Everybody has those days where they sit down and think, man, I wish I was out of this situation. I wish I could do anything that I wanted. I wish that I could be a good influence to my brothers, which is one of my reasons, honestly. Or I want to have enough money to where I never have to worry about anything. Everybody has those thoughts. Everybody has those desires. But thinking that is not going to change anything at all. You actually have to get up and do it, even when you don't want to, even when your mind is making excuses. Everyone wants to get rich or, change their life, be in a better place. But all they want to do is think about it. And thinking about it isn't going to get you anywhere. You actually have to do what you are supposed to. Do what you know it takes. and then some. Do more than you know what it takes, just to make sure. And reassure yourself every day. If you are having trouble locking in or staying on task, one method I use, I have this rubber band on my wrist, and if I start to get off track, I'll pop it real quick, and that lets me know I need to start focusing. I need to get back on track, whatever it is, working out, studying. If I'm making an excuse, pop it, get rid of it. You don't need it. So that's what you need to start doing before you even think about. Don't even think about, all the material things. You need to act like a robot. Do what you're supposed to, even if you don't want to. And your mind is going to change. The mentality comes first. Once you get the mentality, the money, the freedom, whatever it is you desire will follow. Because your mindset will be so sharp, you won't allow yourself not to achieve that. So that is what it takes for you to turn your life around. In order to be different, you have to think different. But before you can think different, you have to be different. Oh, so I forgot to add this when I made the video earlier, but always make sure to reflect and be grateful for the things you already have, because no matter what you get in life, the only key to happiness is being happy with what you have and not, being greedy, I guess. And make sure you're there for your family. Make sure you spend time with them. Make sure you enjoy your time along the way. Just don't be irresponsible. But always be grateful. Never take anything for granted, ever.